Hey there, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. I'm working on a layout today with 2 photos. I'm following a sketch by Scrapbooking with Anne Marie, and I'll have the link below. But she has a website that is all things scrapbooking, and a free membership and also a paid membership. So these pictures are from a restaurant that we were at in Tubac, Arizona. So I have lots of cactus paper, and that is the reason why I'm going to be using it for this layout. I decided on this one here, which is a double-sided piece of paper, so I'll be using the cactus side and also the back side for what I am doing. And basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting 6 rectangles, and they're at 3 inches height and 3.5 inches long, and I'm going to be putting them across the page on the bottom, 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top, so it goes up about a little bit more than half of the page since there's a little gap between them. So originally I had chosen this blue paper because of the 2 other cactus papers that I was considering, and once I put them down, you'll kind of magically see that that blue paper turns into a pink piece of paper, because the cactus flowers in this paper are a pink, a kind of a rose blush colors. Actually really pretty. So close your eyes, and here it is. And I am cutting the title with my Cricut, so I put that over on the side as well. So what I decided to do, instead of just a full 12 by 12 piece of pink cardstock, I did trim that down 3/4 of an inch on 2 sides, so now it is 11.25 by 11.25, and then I'm going to mat it with a white piece of cardstock, and as you can see there, I gutted it. Now by gutting, you just use your paper cutter and you kind of pick up the blade, so you don't want to start at the edges. You just start, I usually start about 2 inches down and do like a 2-inch border around the whole thing. I think on this one I did like a 1.5, only because I knew the paper was a little bit longer. But once you put the adhesive down and then attach it to I guess it's now considered a frame, you can't even tell that it's gutted. Now, gutting is a great idea if both of the pieces of paper that you're using are a heavyweight cardstock, which in this case they were, or they are, or that bottom base page is a piece of paper that you're either short of a color, like it's very unique, or in this case white, which I can use it for a million other things, so why kind of waste it behind a solid piece of cardstock. So here's that title I was talking about, and I got that from Cricut Design Space. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if it's just in the Design Space or something I uploaded, but basically I just put 2 offsets around it to kind of bulk up that title. So on this portion, I'm just going to go ahead and adhere them down. Now, if you follow my channel, you know that even when I use my T-square ruler or any kind of measuring, nothing is ever straight. So most of the time, I just eyeball. And you know what? I'm not worried about it. I am definitely not a perfectionist. So I started with that middle one, and I used the guide on the mat, the 6-inch guide, because I knew that was half of, the halfway point. And I just kind of, like I said, looked at it, put it down, and it turned out fine. It probably is Cricut if I measured it, but I'm not measuring it, and I'm okay with it. So there is the portion of the title, but I do still need to include the letters, which are in black, and also the kind of that outline of that cactus. So the way this particular sketch works is the bottom where I have that Arizona is really where they put the embellishments, and up there on that top right where that empty spot is, that's where the title was. Obviously I didn't do that. I switched it around a little bit, mostly because I wanted this title or this Arizona to be the majority of the page or the embellishments, so that little top right corner wouldn't have been big enough. So I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid adhesive for these letters, which worked out fine. I actually bought an adhesive pen. I think I show it in a minute, but I don't know if maybe I had it sitting too long or what, but it did not stick well at all. So I ended up just using my Nuvo glue bottle, which I'm showing right now. See, there's the pen. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong. I need to play with it a little bit more. But there you go. I went ahead and added all that there, and that is going to be placed there in that left corner. And that's it for that embellishment. Now I want to work on that top right. Now, I love to make clusters. I feel like there's really no like set rules. I mean, the rules that I sort of go by is I really try to make sure that everything that I use at least touches each other, so it's obvious that it's a cluster and not just like a random assortment of stuff. Another thing that I like is to use something to be the base. So whether it's just a piece of paper or a sticker, whatever it is, but you'll see in here what I end up using. And the other thing I like to do is I do like to have an odd number of pieces to it. It doesn't always have to be, because depending on the clusters, you're going to get a multiple of size of embellishments, but that's always kind of the thing you hear is odd number, odd number, odd number. So there you go. This little book right here is my sticker book. And when I say sticker book, I mean like these are wayward stickers. So I used up most of the stickers on a sheet, but there's still some that I didn't. So I put them in this book, and they're sort of by color. So you saw there, I pulled out that rectangle sticker up on that top that has green around the border, and I thought that matched well with the cactuses. I was really kind of going more for black and white, maybe even a little pink, but of course I feel like I have almost every other color. But so I did grab some things that I thought would work. That big circle sticker that I have on my hand, I am going to use that as the base of the cluster. But again, I didn't realize I was going to do that until I went through that book. Now, I didn't show earlier, but I did have a little, excuse me, a little, they're called those little photo boxes, but I use them for embellishments. And so I did pull a bunch of black and white, or mostly black, little tabs and arrows and things like that. So you'll see me mess around with that too. So I decided I am not going to mess around. I'm just putting it flat down where I think I want them. A lot of times I put them off to the side, and I'm moving and I'm grooving, and I feel like I never end up pushing it down. So I don't have time for that. So I'm just putting stuff down. But so far, so good. Now, that little pink ticket, or that little pile of pink tickets over there on the side, it's so funny because I just had my 40th high school reunion, and they had drink tickets, and they just happened to be pink. But I'm one of those people that like take stuff like this home, and my friends who do follow me, I was like, oh, because they're going to get ready to throw them away. And I'm like, oh no, I'm using those on something. So this is the second project that I've used those tickets with, and literally my reunion was just this weekend. So it's only been a few days, but I love that pink because, it matches the pink paper and also the pink flowers or blooms. I switched out the arrows just because I like this one better. And I feel like I kind of stopped there. And then I realized, you know what? I do have some cactus stickers, and these I bought at, it's called like Five Below or something like that. It's like a discount store. And I'm telling you, these stickers are so pretty. I wish I would have bought more. They did come in two sets, but you can see that I've been using them. So I added two more of these stickers that, kind of just continue with that cactus, Arizona, Southwest theme. I do add another one. You'll see me grab one. I knew I wanted something kind of tall on this part, and it just fit perfectly right there. And I just love it. So before I forget, I do want to let you know I do post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking. One is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center. And the command center is the name of my craft room and also my blog. I'll have my blog link below, and you'll see more pictures, more close-ups, and more details or information on the products, things like that, or that I used. This little tag just says date and place, I want to say. And it's so funny because we took this trip so long ago, I couldn't even remember the year. So when I wrote in the date, I didn't even put the total year. So this little portion right here, you can see my daughter's hand. I had the hardest time figuring out where I was going to put it. And so she came over and she helped me with that. And we did decide just to have it just kind of coming off that A a little bit. So originally we were going to do it really far over. And then when I got ready to stick it down, I realized I wanted a little bit more gap between that tag and then that piece of paper. So you saw me move it over to the left a little bit. But isn't it so funny how you could literally break out a layout in seconds, or maybe not seconds, but within the hour, I should say. And then one little thing just kind of really ties you up. Anyhow, I did add a little bit of gold here. I just only did 2. And again, that kind of contradicts my, in threes thing. But I almost thought of putting one in a different part of the layout, but I just thought it would have been way too random, and I was happy with the two over there on that cluster as well. But this is it for the layout. I hope you do like it. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because, like I said, I do post 2 videos a week. I love, love, love that cluster, and I hope that encourages you or inspires you to make some of your own. Here's closer looks. Thank you so much again for watching. Bye.